with the so many teams being spread across geographies and the importance of the relationship and the belonging side. And you mentioned about, if someone doesn't have their Slack on and then it starts to feel like they're disengaged. It feels like the relationship side is so important to that sense of belonging. Not just that we make space for everybody's voice, but actually that we have relationships with each other. Any thoughts on what we can do to help foster those relationships and build that trust so that people do feel a sense of belonging and they do feel safe to speak up, even when when we're telling them we want to hear from you, but they actually feel like we really do want to hear from them?
Being explicit that people do belong is a great first step. And that what I mean by that is not just saying, hey, we all belong and I value you, but to say exactly why. And that especially when people are on a team for a reason, to make it explicit, hey, I really value your contribution to this, and here's why I asked you to be a part of this team, that can help a lot. Now, I think there's a couple of different parts in your question that, especially as we spread across the globe, as we're interacting virtually, we're not as good at continuing to think of each other as quite as human as we used to be. When we're all in person, right, there's so many cues we can use, that we perceive small body language things, that we can see things in each other's faces, that we have, even smells and other senses that just aren't available to us when we're scattered across the world. And so we have to make more of an effort to make time to see each other as human. And this comes from sort of a concept called psychological distance, which does mean literally when we're more distant from one another, we see each other more abstractly. And that abstraction leads us to treat each other more as objects, more like we're tools or instruments or objects, than like we're other people who we need to connect to and belong to.